you. But the night is not about me, so please hold your applause. So that we can start. I appreciate it. For all of you who do not know me, I am Commissioner Perry. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fantasy football fanatics of all ages, welcome to the grandest stage of them all, the Southside Hills Fantasy Football Championship Awards Ceremony. This season wasn't for the faint of heart. It was brutal. It was intense. And through it all, one champion emerged. And now, we get to celebrate not only victory, but a complete domination and ass whooping by our greatest champion of all time. Because of this monumental achievement and historic occasion, we received an overwhelming amount of requests from legendary icons around the world to speak in this ceremony and congratulate our most deserving champion. So let's get this celebration underway as we kick off the night with our first superstar hailing from Stu Hart's Dungeon in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Please put your hands together for Brett the Hitman Hart.
Legendary team owner Steve Perry, aka The Price is Right. Year after year, you have proven that you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Week after week, you've outsmarted, outworked, and outperformed everyone in this league. Winning the Fantasy Football Championship wasn't luck. It was the excellence of execution. And unlike what happened in the Montreal Screwjob, the best man won. This belt fair and square. Congratulations, champ. You earned it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an appointment in Stu Hart's Dungeon.
When it comes crashing down,
Well, let me tell you
hurts
something,
inside.
There was a battlefield. There were challengers and there were doubters. Just like when everyone doubted me on January 23rd, 1984 in Madison Square Garden. And just like the Price is Right dude, I proved all the doubters wrong when I pinned the Iron Sheik 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. And just like that, Hulkamania was born, brother. The same way the Iron Sheik had no answer for the big leg drop. Neither did Malachi, Chad Llewellyn, or Mr. Last Place, Tim Hart, have any answers for the Price is Right, brother. Steve Perry said his prayers, he ate his vitamins, and he ran wild all over this league, brother. It may not have been back to back, but he is back, brother. So I've just got one question for you. Once again, Southside Hills, what you gonna do when Perry Maniacs and the Price is Right run wild on you? Just when they think they have all the answers, you go and change the questions. Your moves to get to the top this year were none that anyone has ever seen before. Most people have no idea that I'm not only a WWE Hall of Famer, but I'm also a Golden Gloves boxer and a black belt in judo. Hell, I've even taught myself how to play the bagpipes when I was a wee 6-year-old lad. And now, just like the hot rod himself, Mr. Perry, you have outsmarted, outplayed, and outlasted them all to take the fantasy football champion, kid. And now you're sitting on top of the world, and there's nothing they can do about it. You're rowdy, you're ruthless, and you're the champ. So celebrate like only a true legend can. fantasy football graveyard is littered with the remains of those who dared to challenge you. One by one, they fell just like AJ Styles did in this very cemetery during our Boneyard match at WrestleMania 36. In the same sadistic way I destroyed AJ Styles, the Price is Right destroyed all of his competition. Steve Perry, your legacy is eternal. Your dominance is undeniable. Enjoy this moment, for you have claimed your throne. And now, once again, all of Southside Hills, along with this most unfortunate soul, will rest in peace.
Woo! Woo! Let me tell you something, pal. You've styled your profile, and you're the limousine riding, jet flying, championship winning son of a gun, baby. Woo! Nobody can touch you, nobody can out wheel and deal you. And now that you're sitting on top of Space Mountain as a new fantasy football champion, woo! You gotta put on the gold, strut your stuff, woo! And let the whole world know the diamonds are forever. And so is your championship reign, baby, woo! And everyone knows to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Well, Steve Perry, you are the man. Woo! Feel the power of the woods coursing through your veins.
You have conquered the battlefield of the fantasy football, unleashing a force so unstoppable that no opponent could withstand it. The gods of the Green Line have chosen you as their champion, and so celebrate this ultimate victory, for you have ascended to a higher plane of greatness. Always believe the spirit of the warrior will guide you to even greater triumph.
From the shadows, the Price is Right rose, striking fear into his opponents with every draft pick and every free agency pickup. Week after week, you brought the thunder, and now stand victorious as the undisputed fantasy football champion. You earned this honor, Mr. Perry, and now the spotlight is yours. So celebrate, because the legacy of your triumph will echo in the rafters of the world. Southside Hills! Oh yeah! There was a lot of promises broken this year. Yeah. A lot of Sean and Perry's. Yeah. Who drafted nothing but Buffalo Bill players. Yeah. And them that Medusa witches who drafted nothing but the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, dig it. They had nothing on the Price is Right. Yeah. Who drafted nothing but all-star players. The cream always rises to the top. Yes, and this year, brother, Steve Perry conquered. Yeah, he showed all who's the real champ in the fantasy football men this year. Just like when I beat Tito Santana, that piece of trash. Yo, the big boss man. Or when I took Damien and I put him on Jake the Snake arm and he sucked the life out of him. Yeah, they're all trash, just like you, Southside Hills. That's why I got you a crying towel. Yeah, because this year, Steve Perry stepped into victory because this one's into history books. Oh, yeah. Let me talk to you, you piece of trash. So then you can cry, you can complain, you can make all the damn excuses you want. But Perry 316 says he just whipped your ass. So if you want to see Steve Perry stuff a mud hole in this league's ass again next year and walk it dry, give me a hell yeah. And now Steve Perry is the new Southside Hills Fantasy Football League champion, and there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
All right. Now that we've heard from all of our distinguished guests and Hall of Famers, it's time that we bring out the man of the hour and future Hall of Famer. So without further ado, get on your feet, or better yet, drop to your knees, and show some damn respect for the man they call the Gridiron God, the Roster Reaper, the Waiver Wire Warlord, the Sultan of Sit and Start, the Touchdown Tyrant, the Bitch Boss of Broken Dreams, the Mastermind of Matchup Mayhem, the Fantasy Phenom, the Prognosticator of Pigskin Doom, the one, the only, the 2024 Southside Hills Fantasy Football Champion, Mr. Stephen Perry!
To all of you watching from the man cave to the millions watching from around the world. Finally, the true champion of fantasy football has arrived. But before I get too deep in this celebration of greatness, because believe me, it's about to get real deep, I gotta hand out a few thank yous. First off, I'd like to thank all of our so-called competition. You guys put up about as much fight as a cardboard cutout in a hurricane. I appreciate each and every one of you for your losing efforts. You all tried, you drafted, you set up your lineups, some of you even picked up players off the waiver wire. Well, everyone except for Tim Hahn. That's right, Tim still had every damn dollar left of his fab money at the end of the season. Way to give it the old middle school try, Tim. But in the end, you were all just speed bumps on my road to glory. Now a special thank you to Matt Matusewicz. You believed in me. You were like my Paul Heyman out there, hyping up the inevitable. You were the wind beneath the wings of this glorious, undisputed fantasy football phoenix. I would also like to give a shout out to the runner-up, Timmy Matusewicz. You brought your A game. Never mind the fact that I almost doubled your score in the championship game. Good effort, Timmy. I would also like for someone to check on my brother, Sean. I don't believe he ever recovered after putting up a league record low in points in week 14. He had a pathetic score of 44.84. I think my kicker outscored his team that week. And of course, Tim Hahn, Mr. Last Place, the man, the myth, the cautionary tale. Without your weekly disasters, your catastrophic roster decisions, your breathtaking ability to snatch the defeat from the jaws of victory, this victory wouldn't be nearly as sweet. So wherever you are, Tim, probably dropping another fumble, you are the real MVP of being terrible. I believe the greatest NASCAR driver of all time, Ricky Bobby, said it best. Here's the deal. I'm the best there is. Plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning and I piss excellence. And nobody can hang with my stuff. You know, I'm just a big, hairy, American winning machine. And now with this championship belt shining bright and the sweet taste of victory fresh on my lips, I say this to Timmy, Lori, Ron, Matt, Chad, Lucas, Bobby, Toyo, Sean, and Mr. Last Place. You can talk your trash. You can pray to the fantasy gods. But none of this. When the dust settles, when the final whistle blows, when the confetti falls, I will still be your undisputed Southside Hills fantasy football champion.
They talk to me. You got jewels in your religion, all designed to keep you safe. But when rules start getting broken, you start questioning